guess. Unfortunately, one of our national treasures is kind of being taken away from us in a way. MLB recently approved instant replay about 4 years ago, and although it might work in like in basketball, and hockey, and football, it's just not for baseball. It's not the right thing. And I've watched baseball since I was born, and I just can't see any reason to use instant replay. But so today I'm going to explain why instant replay is detrimental to baseball, and then I'll propose a solution to the problem. Finally, I'll show you how my solution will benefit baseball. So the first problem with this is that the decision to use instant replay was kind of rushed, because over a 3-day period in May, first of all, Carlos Delgado was robbed of a home run. It left the park, but they actually called it a foul ball when actually it was a fair ball. And then the next day, Giovanni Soto of the Cubs, he hit a ball that actually left the park, but they said it was in play, so he didn't get a home run there. And then 2 days later, Alex Rodriguez robbed of a home run, and that was pretty much a tipping point, because everybody knows Alex Rodriguez, and once something happens, to a big guy, they feel that they got to make a change. So June 15th, Bud Selig says we need instant replay by August 1st, and in baseball terms, that's like coming up with a decision in a minute, because baseball moves very slow when it makes changes. It didn't happen by August 1st. They got instant replay on August 28th, and it's still in use today. Another problem with instant replay is that it can cause problems with the flow of the game. And going along with the pressure to have instant replay, in a June 2008 article for the Sporting News, Sean Devaney quoted an NL executive who said that this is just caving into pressure, and we're making a decision without really knowing if it's the right thing to do. It's just being done for PR. So they're just like looking out for themselves, I guess. So going along with the flow of the game, Mark Feinstein of the New York Daily News quoted Joe Girardi as saying that instant replay would interrupt the flow of the game, add time to the game, and take a pitcher out of his tempo. It's not a good thing, because if a pitcher's out of his tempo, he can't perform at his best. And also, nobody wants to go to a game and just sit around while the umpires leave the field to go check the replay. And they've been trying to cut down the time of games recently. And my third point about this replay being detrimental is that there's always been this human element to the game, and it's always been, they say it's 162 games a year, so you're going to have calls go your way and calls go against you, and by the end it all evens out. But in a June 2008 article, Dave Madden of the New York Daily News points out that bad calls are just a part of history, and no matter how bad a call might have been, the game just goes on just fine. And he also quoted Joe Girardi as saying, Joe Girardi, the manager of the Yankees, that you know as a player and manager that there are going to be calls that go your way or against you. You just have to move on, so it's like just another factor in the game. It could be like field dimension, anything. I got a short video.
Take another look. That is right off the top of the fence, Greg. So Don Wakamatsu going out to have a talk with the second base umpire, fielding culprit, and it looks like we're going to have a review. And remember, it is now raining here in Arlington. This San has an official ball game lighted, and it is not a home run.
Alright, so that call was overturned, and you heard the announcer saying that it was raining, and they had a 2-hour pretty much time limit before a huge storm would come in. And right away, they were worried that this replay might take too long. It's rough in the flow of the game. So now that you know that it's detrimental to the game, my solution is to add umpires. They already do this in the postseason. As you can see here, there's an umpire down the left field line. There would also be one on the right field line. This would allow not only another set of eyes, but he would be much closer than an infield umpire would be to any call that could possibly be a home run. And down here, you see they're meeting. It's much better to have 6 umpires meeting to discuss something instead of just 4, because there's a better chance that nobody got a good eye of what happened. So today we discussed, why it's detrimental to baseball, because it messes with the flow of the game. It's more of a rush decision, and we're not sure if it will really work. In response to this, I think we should all write letters to Ruben Jr., because he's the general manager of the Phillies. And general managers vote on this at the winter meetings in December, so we can ask him, as concerned baseball fans, that we just don't think this is part of the game. It'll ruin our experiences at the ballpark. Thank you. Any questions?